Hello Aquarius, and welcome back to my channel, Ragean's Intuitive Tarot. I hope you're all doing well out there. Anything you need to know about my channel is listed in the description box below. I would love it if you would go check it out. I've strongly been getting the message this last little bit that everybody is going to be getting a new beginning in something, whether it's love, whether it's work, whatever it is for you, there is some sort of new beginning coming. So I thought I would tune in and check in and see what is new, what is your new beginning? What's the new beginning that's coming for you? And we are going to be using the Good Tarot to find out what that is. So Aquarius, let's see what new beginning is coming for you. And we are also in the full moon energy, and this full moon energy has a lot to do with relationships. So it is balancing out relationships that need healing. It could be finally bringing an end to relationships that need to end. It is bringing in new relationships. So we'll see what we have for you, Aquarius. Right off the bat, you have, and all the other cards came face up. This card was face down. So you do not see that there is some sort of turn in the wheel of fortune for you. My favorite saying is from the movie True Romance. There's a part where she says, that's the way it goes, but every now and then it goes the other way too. So this is a time when it is going the other way for you too, Aquarius. So if things have been rough, you're going to be getting a turnaround. And then we have the Call, the Hanged Man, and the King of Fire. So you have, Aquarius, some sort of calling. You're being called to do something. Okay? You're being called to your path. And you're going to get clarity on what that is. You're going to get some sort of enlightenment. And you're being called to be some sort of a spiritual leader, or you're supposed to be helping people. If you look at this guy, his heart is like on fire, and the ash or the smoke is rising from his heart center, and it is forming a phoenix on his face. So it's like you are a phoenix rising from the ashes, and from whatever journey you have been on, you are supposed to help lead somebody else through this process. You are being called to help heal somebody, elevate somebody, whether it's just somebody or a large group of somebodies, whether you're being called to do spiritual work, whether you're called to be a doctor or a nurse or a teacher, or just some sort of leader. You are being called to help enlighten other people in some way. Let's see if we can take that any deeper, Aquarius. I feel like this is a big calling for you. And we are in the age of Aquarius. So maybe your calling is to help show people how to be happy, how to be joyful, how to, you know, come out of their melancholy. We have the Four of Fire and Temptation. And temptation is kind of like the Devil card. It's being really caught up in the material world. Maybe you're being called to go on a spiritual journey, to transform. I know all of us are being called to transform our realities, to transform ourselves, to take a look at ourselves and see how we are showing up in the world and whether it is helping us or hindering us. But the Four of Fire is talking about a new creative phase, some sort of celebration or pleasure and harmony in relationships. She's, you know, dancers have partners, singers have musicians. Everybody is helping each other create sweet music. And that's what you're trying to do in a relationship. So you're going to be finding others who are in sync with you and your desires. And it's time to embrace those relationships. It's time to release any of these toxic relationships. So, you know, okay, I'm getting a message here that there may be somebody that you're trying to heal. You know, when we go through this spiritual journey, when we start healing and we see how wonderful it is, we want all of our family and friends to heal too. We want them to feel good. We don't want to leave anybody behind. But the thing about it is, people have to want to participate in their own healing. You can only try to heal somebody for so long. They have to want to participate. They have to want to heal too. Some people sadly enjoy staying in their puddle of poo. And it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. So I'm kind of getting the message here too. You know, you're being called to heal and guide and help people, but you also need to know your boundaries. You also need to be aware of the people who have no desire to actually heal themselves. And I know it sounds mean, but you can't waste your time and effort on people who aren't willing to participate in their own healing. So that is just one of the warnings in being a guide, a healer, a coach. When I went through my coaching course, the first thing they teach you is how to recognize people who are uncoachable. There are some people who are uncoachable because they're not yet at that state where they're ready to take a look at themselves, where they're ready to own their stuff, where they're ready to come into the awareness so they can take their power back. Some people like to stay in victim mode because then they don't have to take responsibility. So a lot of healers beat themselves up because they can't heal or change or whatever, but it's a reflection of the person you are working with, not of you. So don't let that discourage you from, and I'm also now getting the message that you need to recognize when you've outgrown a relationship. Okay, you need to recognize, like this card is saying, dancers have partners, musicians have partners, and that's when everything is it flows when you have the right partner. When you don't, you feel like this. So make sure you have the right partner so that you can continue to your growth, that you can continue to be a leader, and that your partner is not draining you and blocking you from doing the work that you need to be doing. So that is a great message. I hope that helps you, Aquarius. If you like that message and you want to hear more, of course, I would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, hit that bell, and as well, all the information for personal readings is listed below. Until then, I'll catch you next time.